Well, I get asked a lot about hiring, and it's one that trips up a lot of people, a lot of small business owners, in fact, actually a lot of very small micro business owners that are struggling to grow and scale. And in this video, I'm going to be covering the 3 essential lessons in hiring that I've picked up over the years of growing my own businesses, investing in businesses, funding businesses, helping other businesses grow, succeeding in businesses, failing absolutely epically in businesses, and everything else in between. All of these years of like glory and misery compressed down into one bite-sized pocket video, which is this one on hiring. And these are really 3 essential lessons that are absolutely important. I don't care if you've got the best business idea or the best leadership or anything else. If you don't have these 3 things in place in your business, I've seen it time and time again, your business unfortunately will not flourish and it will most likely fail. So please stick around. But before we get on with the video, please hit that like button and that subscribe thingy and the notification bell so that you can stay informed of all of the videos that come out on this channel, which is about helping you grow your business without all the growing pains so that you can have the business and lifestyle you wanted in the first place. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Hit it. So it's said with such endearment sometimes that having a business is like having a baby. Oh, you know, it's his or her baby. It's my baby. But what they don't tell you is having a baby is not all glitz and glamour all the time. And if you've had a baby, you'll know that it will cost you sleepless nights in the beginning.
I haven't slept in 4 years.
Where you potentially lose your sanity. Try to make this thing grow until it turns into some rebellious teenage monster that shouts at you all the time and you lose control of everything, and then it either ends up leaving or it ends up bringing in somebody else where you just don't like anyway. So yes, it's kind of like having a baby, but fortunately with business, if we have the right rules in place, we can make sure that that thing is a little bit more predictable than actually having a real baby. So without further ado, let's get into these 3 rules. So the first essential lesson in hiring is hire slow and fire fast. And I know you've heard this before, and I know it's an uncomfortable topic, but I'm not here to talk to you about comfortable topics. I could sit here and tell you, go with passion, motivate people, make sure that you have the right work culture. All of these things are important, by the way, but they're not as fundamental as these points, because all of these things you can work at. But if you don't have these other ones in place first as foundational elements in how you run your business, then all of the rest doesn't really matter. So hire slow and fire fast, and it's an overused phrase, but it's one that's actually not practiced as much as it should be. Hire slow means take it really slow, really, really, really slow. Don't hire, never ever hire the first person that comes in and applies to you, and never hire the best person in a bunch of people that apply to you that you're not convinced of as a bunch in the first place. Take it really slow. Only hire the right people that you are 100% convinced of, and take it, like I said, really slow. Test them. Give them small little tests and small little projects, and make sure that they can actually deliver on what you're asking them to do. If they can't do these little things, then how do you expect them to do the much bigger jobs? And in addition to that, if they don't agree with you taking all these tests and they're not patient enough for it, then they're not the right people for you anyway, because they're not going to be the right people who are patient enough in your business when things don't go according to the way that they thought or they planned things would go. So make sure that you take it really, really slow, and ask yourself, do they have the right skill sets that you need for your business, for the right role that you're actually hiring for? Or at least if you train them, are they going to be able to be trained relatively quickly to be able to do the jobs and the roles that you want them to do? In addition to that, make sure, are they going to be somebody who fits as a team player? Can they be a team player? Can they actually fit within the overall work culture that you've provided? There are a whole bunch of questions that you need to ask yourself and sit down before, of course, you hire them and say, what are the things that are important to me that I think that I need to have in my business, and I want these people to come into the business to provide these particular things for me. And if they fail at any of these things,
you're fired.
Move on to the next one. There are a lot of people that are applying for jobs. There are a lot of freelancers out there. Just look at LinkedIn and see how many people are saying open for jobs, open for jobs, open for jobs. They are a dime a dozen, like they say.
Oh, pick me! Oh, I know, me!
The second essential lesson in hiring is making sure that you've got the right systems and processes in place, or at least hire someone that puts the right systems and processes in place, and they should be one of the very first people you hire. Research says that we make around about 35,000 decisions a day. 35,000 decisions a day. Think about it. Yeah, 35,000. I don't know. I don't even want to do the maths on how many decisions that is per minute or per second. But there are 35,000 decisions we make every single day. Now imagine you've got 10 people in your business. How many decisions are being made a day, and what's the possibility and what's the probability that these decisions align and these opinions align? It's almost an impossibility. And that is why when you hire people and bring them in and say, hey, go ahead and do this for me, you have gone through growing your baby, remember? Gone through the pain and the misery and the stress, making 35,000 decisions a day, a lot of them on your business, every single day for days and days and days and months and potentially a year or so until you start hiring people. And then you realize that you're bringing in someone and you're expecting them to make the right decisions and make the right opinions and make the right things exactly the same the way that you're going to do it. And it does not work. And that's one of the reasons actually why a lot of small businesses fail, because they don't have the right systems and processes in place. And when they hire people, they expect them, even though they're amazing hires, they expect them to do exactly what they want them to do. And they end up being incredibly disappointed because they don't. And it's not actually sometimes the fault of the person who's come in. It's the fault of the system not being in place. And finally, the third essential lesson that I've picked up over the years in hiring is making sure that you have the right job role description in place. But I just don't mean a standard job description that says this is what you need to do and do and do. That job description needs to talk about how it fits within the overall system of your business. How does it actually, who does it interface with? Who does that person have to report to? What are their accountabilities? What are they responsible for? What do they own as part of the tasks and roles that they need to do? What are the KPIs? What are the outcomes that you're going to expect them to do? What are the goals and the results that you're expecting them to achieve? All of these things need to be outlined from the outset. Because if you don't do that, they won't know what they need to do, and they'll come in and they'll go and make another one of those 35,000 decisions a day, and it might not align to what you want them to do. But also it helps you and it helps them to align with what they need to be working towards. And if they know what they need to be working towards, and there's the right system and process in place, and you've taken your time slowly to hire the right person, then the chances of what you want that hire to do and achieve are going to increase drastically and dramatically. In addition to that, it makes the firing process easier, because if they know that that's what they need to achieve and they don't achieve it and it's set out from the beginning, then it becomes a very simple conversation where you say, this is what you were supposed to do, unfortunately you didn't. And outline even right at the beginning that if they don't achieve these things, then this is what the potential, circumstances will be, or the potential outcomes. So they'll know very clearly from the outset, I need to achieve this, and I need to do this, and I'm going to fit within this amazing work culture. Now, I don't want to sort of give you the wrong picture where I'm saying, reign fear and terror. It's not. It's actually have an amazing work culture. Go through the motivation and the passion and getting everyone sort of motivated and having that vision and everyone's working towards and having all of that excitement. Let's have an amazing work culture and work environment. But they all need to know what is what and what they need to achieve. And if they don't achieve it, then unfortunately, you're going to find someone else that will. And it's really as simple as that. So stick around to this channel, subscribe, because one of my upcoming videos is going to be about how you put the right systems and processes in place inside your business. I'll see you next time. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I wanted. I mean, seriously, why did I even hire you? I mean, come on, really? Can you just do what I say? Really? I mean, seriously, where do we get these people? Come on, I mean,